Big guy. All right, so working on Rockstar today. Good boy. Good boy. All right, so he's a buckskin quarter horse. What is that? There you go. Awesome. All right, buckskin quarter horse. He's a little uncertain. As soon as I walked into his stall, he wants to back up, and he's just kind of watchy, not real trusting right off the bat, but definitely a sweet guy. Oh, you can see when I walk back to try to get closer to his SI joints, he just wants to back up a little bit. So on horses like this, I just take my time and try to build some rapport with them. And one way that I do that is by just starting with really light pressure with a broad contact, something that I think, if I was getting a massage or something would feel good on me. And so I want to take that anxiety away by allowing him just to go, oh, like that feels good. And hopefully by him thinking it feels good, he realizes that I'm not a threat to him, and then he'll stand here and relax. And that's typically what happens. And I would say that happens more effectively with geldings than with mares. If a mare is untrusting, then it can take a little bit more work to get them to relax. But on geldings, they're kind of like dogs. You make them feel good, and they'll sit there and go, "Oh yeah," and then that feeling kind of lasts. So, and you can see he's already kind of chilled out and standing nice and still. You see that little head drop right there. Oh yeah. So the main thing that the lady is concerned about here, and I'm at Miller Equine Rehab and Performance. Ooh. So Chelsea Miller, who runs this place, she is concerned about discomfort along his withers, paraspinals on the right-hand side, as well as his SI joints. So that's what I'm looking at today. He's got all these big lumps all over him. Buddy, what you got over there? Oh, new horse just walked into the stall next to us. So he's concerned about that. Hey, who's that little mare? That's a good boy. All right, let me move him over a little bit. Hope you guys are having a great week and enjoyed your Veterans Day if you had Veterans Day off. I'm just gonna see what his neck range of motion looks like. So it's important to verify, is this just like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I'm not quite sure what you're asking me, or is it a pain-related issue if they're restricted doing this motion? Ooh. And just right off the bat with the horse who's like, ooh, who's this guy? And kind of walking away from me when I get in the stall. I tend to think that it's mostly just uncertainty versus discomfort. If it was discomfort, we'd get some ear pinning and, maybe a little bit of chomping, like just kind of communicating with his mouth that it doesn't feel good with the kind of bite-like movements. And you can see like he's coming around nice and easy right here and almost all the way to the shoulder. That's really good. Good boy. But I'm going to check with the pressure point now on that side and just see if the movement is the same or if it's restricted. Let's see if I take him around to the right. Oh. Yeah, so you can see just has some uncertainty on his part. Oh, there we go. Good boy. Oh. Good boy. Good boy. You're all right. All right, so just gonna see what he'll do with this one. Oh, stand here. Good boy. Good boy. Let's see if he'll come around to his left. You can already feel him going backwards. Yeah. So this is just him not quite sure what I'm asking. Because if he was not able to come around with manual pressure, then I would think that there's a problem. But right now, it's just his brain going, I'm not real sure. So let's check here. Looks like he's been kind of beat up by some other horses too. The low man on the totem pole here. Yes, let me tighten up the halter a little bit. There we go. Awesome. Cool. All right. Let's check those side joints. Really? Oh, there we go. Big releases in his mid-back with that flexion pressure point. Give him that for just a second. See if he'll chill out behind us a little bit. Hey, Pat, good to see you. Oh, good boy. Yeah, thank you. I hope you have a great day also. Powerpuff, you want Rockstar. Red Redemption 2. What is Red Redemption 2? Hello, Cindy. I'm glad you're here. Had some P. Diddy comments at the beginning. Awesome. Good morning, everybody. Again, this is Rockstar. He's a roping horse. He's at we're at Miller Equine Rehab and Performance, doing some work on him. He's a good boy. Let's see what we get. Oh, buddy. He's a timid little guy, so just kind of taking my time with him. Feels like he's got maybe a little arthritis on him, but not terrible. Right through that C5, C6 area here. Awesome. So really good flexion back here. Ooh, extension's really nice too. So first thing I check when people ask me if I think that's a good boy, or if they think their horse's SI joints are sore, is I'll just hit these little extension pressure points in the pelvis and see if I get any type of pain reaction up front or not. And you can see he was perfectly fine extending and dropping his pelvis down for me. There was no reaction up here whatsoever. And the reason I check that pressure point is because when you extend the pelvis, right, when you do this, when you extend your back, and same thing for them, when they extend the back like this, you're really causing a lot of stress through those SI joints. And by hitting those pressure points and getting them to extend, you're checking the SI joints in their most vulnerable position. And if there's no pain there, there's not likely to be pain in any other motion. But it's not to say that there can't be, but it's just not typical. So that extension pressure point is a good place to start. But he's also sensitive on the right side of his wither. You can see that flinching right there when I apply that pressure. Okay. Whoops, stay. Oh, buddy. Okay, stop. Come on. Oh. You're all right. Boy. Oh. Easy, buddy. Easy, big guy. Oh. I'm just checking that left side. Oh, easy, big guy. So left side's a lot more comfortable than the right. I'm getting in there. Don't have that twitching going on, but we definitely have it on the right side. See right there, that twitching over here. Oh. Good. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So if we have tension on the right, sorry, there's a little bit of noise going on today, guys. Oh, let's see here. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Oh, just that little adjustment there makes such a huge difference. Let's double check and see if he's still twitching over here. There we go. There we go. So you got none of that going on anymore. It's still pretty comfortable. Oh, buddy. Good boy. I think withers get sore most of the time when the pole's not functioning properly, and the withers have to compensate. Also, if the SI joints aren't moving properly, the withers have to compensate for that as well. That's a good boy. So a little bit tighter on the right side versus the left side. Let's see, right there. And his eyes are nice and soft, but his motion is just really restricted over here compared to, you can see him fighting me to bring him over this way. Oh, there we go. Good boy. All right, so let's give him that for a second. That's a good boy. There we go. That's what we want to see. Head dropping, lip licking. That's a good boy. Beautiful. There we go. Good boy. Oh, oh, you're all right. All right, let's check him up into extension. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. There we go. So let's bring him up. I'm just checking his extension at his pole. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. What I'm feeling for here is that he'll, number one, let me lift his head, which is pretty tight. And number two, as he's going up, do I feel his muscles kind of spasming under my hand? And when he spasms, it kind of makes the movement a little ratchety and it's not smooth. Oh, good boy. Good boy. So the other way to check that is I just put his head on my shoulder and then I kind of cut my hand around the base of his pole, around that first cervical vertebrae. Oh, you can see he's just not sure, just like what's going on. Good boy. So I'll do the little jowl scratch, which can make them relax a little bit, and then just kind of lean towards you guys. You can see him coming down. Those eyes are nice and chill and soft. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Oh, that's a good boy. He's like, whoa, man. I was just chilling out right there. What the heck? Come on. That's a good boy. Oh, buddy. That's a good boy. Whew. All right, so we got it on that. It's definitely on that right side. That's where that sensitivity is coming from, because you can see I'm not even touching the left. When I'm on the right, he's like, I don't like that pressure right there. Yeah, definitely a feisty one in the background. Yeah, hopefully we can get him, I can get him nice and relaxed. Awesome, no kidding, Cindy. Yeah, maybe it is. Although I didn't trim it up today, so it's kind of shaggy. But maybe since he's a horse, he likes it that way. All right, so I'm gonna check his pole. So check his pole down towards his chest. Hello, Gary, good morning. You can see, look at his posture change, right? So head down, eyes nice and soft. That's what I love to see. Body language changes that indicate that he's more relaxed before I started, than before I started, I should say. All right, so I'm gonna bring his head down, scratch the little muzzle there. There we go. Then I'll recheck that right side. There we go. They can have multiple restrictions at the same time. So they can have a extension restriction on one side of the pole and a flexion restriction on the other, and you have to clear them both. It's not just one or the other sometimes. Danik 8, I am in Arizona. How about yourself? Yeah, definitely not as jumpy, just kind of chilling out now. That's what I love to see there. Sometimes the first appointment with the new horse is all about building that rapport, and you got to just give them time. You know, I do come into each appointment with the expectation that I'm going to be able to get through everything and adjust everything I need to get to, but sometimes the horse just isn't ready for that and they need some time. So I would love to get through everything, but the but my main goal, the first appointment, is just to build that rapport, you know, get that trust factor going, and then maybe next time we can do even more. But most of the time I can get through everything if I just take my time and I'm not in a rush. Yeah, he's a good looking boy for sure. That's what you call buckskin. That's his color. All right. All right, let's check his legs. Oh. Some of these horses, you just put your hands on them and you immediately feel like, man, these horses have just been through it, you know? Like the tension in their bodies is just like, you know, super tight. It's kind of like if you ever, I don't know, if you ever dated like somebody who, or you know somebody who's a bricklayer or a masonry person, or, you know, something that does a very physical job, construction workers, stuff like that. And you kind of feel their bodies, right? Like, and you just feel like there's just this tension, right? Like massage therapists or chiropractors, we all know, and we can kind of guess sometimes, like, what do you do for work? And I'm already in the back of my head, I'm going, oh, okay, this guy does some type of manual labor. Or this person sits at a desk, or, you know, this person doesn't get out of the chair, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But he feels like, you know, that construction worker that's super tight. His muscles are just full of lactic acid. He's kind of sore in a bunch of different places. But this guy's been worked. You know, he's a roping horse, you know, and they are worked real hard and not often given a whole lot of maintenance. So they develop a bunch of tightness in their bodies and scar tissue and stuff like that. So that's kind of how he's palpating to me. And just when I say that, because when I picked up his leg and I'm flexing his fetlocks, the lower joint in his leg, it's just really restricted. There's not a whole lot of flexion there. And that's kind of what happens with roping horses and performance horses in general. When you don't maintain their joint motion and you don't maintain their bodies and you're working them really hard, they develop all these restrictions. And then because they're so restricted, they have to use other parts of their bodies to help them complete their normal movements. And then they get tight and sore because those compensatory areas are overworked, and they develop lactic acid and they get sore, you know, and it's all because we didn't maintain them from the beginning, in my opinion. So as a chiropractor, that's my job, is to help maintain them, help maintain the movements of the joints, help them stay comfortable, prevent them from dealing with compensations that's going to affect their performance and make them sore. And so I would rather people come to me before their horses get sore or have problems, so that I can, there we go, so that I can prevent future problems from popping up down the road. Awesome, guys. Hey, if you guys don't mind taking a quick second and tapping that like button for me, or just double tap your screens real quick. Looks like we only have 16 likes, but over 100 folks in the live. So if you could help me get that up, I would greatly appreciate that. Yeah, thanks, Angel. Thanks, Jasper. There we go. His feet look really nice. There we go. Good. Shoulders feel really, really good. So far, it's just that tightness through his side, or through his fetlocks. Side joints felt fine, and got a little hesitation to fully extend the knee here. And again, this isn't a knee. If you've watched many of my videos and my lives, you know that this is not a knee, it's a wrist. But for some reason, we've given this joint the term knee when it's not really a knee. Very strange. Oh, you good boy. Sweet guy. Whew. Beautiful. I've got 3 horses to do today. I'm gonna be going live on all 3. If you're not on my TikTok, if you're not a follower of my TikTok account, please consider doing that. I'll probably do 1 or 2 lives on my TikTok account, and then I'll do another live on my YouTube. My TikTok is also sport.horse.chiropractic, so please consider following me there as well. Yeah, that horse, see if I can show him to you. There we go. That would be this guy making a bunch of noise over there. A bunch of horses here. She's super busy. It's a really nice facility in North Phoenix. It's called Miller Equine Rehab and Performance. Oh, sweet, Cindy. That's awesome. Oh, WhatsApp? I mean, that's not even the same. It's not even the same type of app as TikTok. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments before I finish up here with Rockstar. He's been a rock star the whole time. Oh, there we go. You can see this abduction of the hind leg and how easy he can do this. Super comfortable for him. Just think about it, right? If I'm a horse and I'm walking, let's say these are my back legs, he's not moving like this, right? Because then he'd be like a toy soldier. He needs to be able to swing the leg out, and that motion comes from the hip, which is a ball and socket joint. So if he only needs a slight amount of abduction, which is that hip coming out to the side, yet he's able to do this. Oh, there we go. So if I'm able to get him to abduct way out here, good boy, and that's way more than his normal motion, then he should be able to move throughout his normal range of motion very, very easy, right? Very easily. So that's the reason why I bring the leg out like that, just to make sure that his hips are free and clear to abduct the way that they need to. Good boy. Just checking his hyoid up under here, and that's all really, really great. And then I like to give them a good TMJ stretch at the end here. There we go. Guys, we got about 2 minutes left. If you guys don't mind hitting that like button for me again, I'd really, really appreciate it. It just helps the YouTube algorithm know that people are enjoying the content, and then they'll share it a little bit more for me. That's a good boy. Real good movement through the TMJs. There we go. That's just a good movement I like to do at the end, just to give them a nice little rush of endorphins. And there's more mechanoreceptors in the TMJ joint capsule than any other joint in the body. So their brains just get flooded with positional information. It's kind of like a calibration for the rest of the body. So it's just a good thing to do at the end. Hey, hello, Joyce. Thank you for hopping in. Thanks, Pat. You too. Hope you have a great day. Guys, I will be going live again probably in about 2 hours or so. But please keep an eye out for that. I'll be doing 1 more live on YouTube and 1 or 2 more on TikTok. So please consider following me at sport.horse.chiropractic on TikTok. It's a weird situation where TikTok, I'll do a live for 30 minutes and get 20,000 likes, with an audience of the same size. And on YouTube, we get 22. It's very common. I mean, that's the norm. So I'd love to know how to get the likes up a little bit more on YouTube if anybody's familiar. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you on another YouTube Live. Have a wonderful day.